power, infinite power.
After finishing your business in Brig number 1, head back towards those security terminals you passed earlier in order to deactivate the alarm system. This is your last opportunity, really, to get any XP before you fight the judge. So, take this opportunity to build a chain off of these soldiers. Minus the dog, you can get a chain of up to about 83 in this area just by setting the proper gambits and walking away. I actually just kind of walked away for a good long while and let it just do its thing, wash, rinse, and repeat over and over again. And every time the mobs would slow down, I'd come back, pop back into the door, zone back into Brig number 1, and then come back into this area and let the 80 cycle begin again. I got several levels and a whole bunch of license points that way. You can do the same thing if that's something you'd want to do, and you can see here the chain gets pretty good. The point of this is to battle your way back across over to the next part of the story mission. It may take a little bit of time. The enemies will swarm you, so if you're not prepared here, there is a possibility of dying. So if you set your gambits correctly, I do advise taking your time and leveling here. It's not a bad little spot. This is probably one of the only places in the game where you can really just sit and level, gaining an astronomical amount of license points. Not to mention all the gil you'll get from all the item drops that these soldiers drop, and you can fill your inventory with potions and phoenix downs and whatnot. So it's definitely worth the trek and worth the time. And like I said, you can just sit back and let it do its thing and finish some chores. Now once you head back inside, you'll see a security terminal to the left and the right. You are going to have more mobs swarming you. I do advise picking up these chests while you're in here. There is a couple of goodies in there for you to score, a couple pieces of gear that could potentially pop in there for you. Most notably, the ring mail. That in itself is worth a good bit at an NPC, or you could do the Shepherd's Bolero. I can't speak English. I don't even know if Bolero is English. But anyways, both of those items are in chests in here, so if you are looking to upgrade gear, or if you're looking to maybe get some items to sell to an NPC, that is an option for you. And once you clear these guys out and activate the security terminal, apparently it's going to take me a little while because I've got to go through all these menus. There's the ring mail right there. Now once you reset the alarm, you're going to have 60 seconds to book it back to where you originally started from. Now there will be an associated cutscene, but as soon as you click that button, you need to run up the stairs and out the door. This will initiate a new cutscene.
Vaughn.
It's okay. We're okay.
Geese knows you've escaped. You must hurry. You are Captain Azalus. You will follow me. We must reach the airships before they do.
You would let us leave knowing who we are?
Lady Ash, by all rights you ought not even to exist. That you and Captain Ronsenberg were made to appear dead is like a hidden thread laid bare. Your actions hereafter will pull at that thread, and we will see what it unravels. This is our chance. We must see this through and get to the bottom of it. I believe 'tis for the good of Dalmasca and the good of the Empire.
Very well, then.
Thanks, Lamont.
I must apologize. Penello, for you. May it bring you good fortune.
Thanks.
Let us go.
Now, sprint back to where you originally landed on the Leviathan in order to trigger a cutscene with the judge. This fight's not too difficult.
Such a great shame. I must confess, I thought you the one who would help us restore peace to Dalmasca. No matter, we hold the proof of your royal lineage. A maid of passing resemblance will serve our purposes now. As for you, my dear, the Empire requires you no more!
What was that?
The Nethicite.
Your Majesty does not disappoint. Ever quick to spurn an honorable surrender, as was your father.
You know nothing of my father!
Now, once the fight begins, Judge Geese will have a couple of soldiers with him. It's best to just take those guys out as quick as possible. Worry about the ads first. Make sure you have whomever your healer is set to deal with any of the incoming damage. If you have it, Cura is best here, but if not, potions work just fine. There is no major danger here if you're well leveled. Judge Geese is about 14, so if you're in the 13 to 14 range, this fight's pretty much a pushover. In this scene, my characters are mostly in the 15 area. You can also steal potions, dark motes, and Germanus boots from him, so if that's something you want to try to do, you are welcome to do that. And he's real easy once you have your quickening, so if you've taken the time to spend leveling across the Leviathan, you can take him out pretty quickly. If you manage to chain a couple of quickenings together, he'll drop like a fly. So take the time to try and steal those boots. They're probably an upgrade for you at this point in the game. As was previously stated, the minions aren't anything special. It's good to have ranged fighters in this fight. Do a little bit of healing from distance. He does have a little bit of an AoE attack. Other than that, it's a really simple fight. There's not a whole lot to discuss here. I spent a little bit more time trying to steal the boots than I probably should have, and I don't think I ever got to them. And you can see these hits just take off big chunks. He's, you know, for a judge, he's kind of a pansy. And that's it. You cleared Leviathan.
We've secured an Atomos. Come.
An Atomos? Old skiff, no ship. Hardly fit for a leading man. So I can fly it then?
You're mad. Can't we go faster? Not yet. We've gone too fast, they'd have noticed.
Balthier, your handkerchief. I thought you might want it back.
I shall wear it close to my heart.
Perhaps you forget all that Ondor has wrought.
I do not forget, Majesty. It was by his counsel, dangerous though it may have been, that we were able to free you. You must meet with him, Your Highness, and give ear to his words. He may act in league with the Empire, but his heart is not.
It is as he says. I ought not have kept Ondor at so great a distance for so long a time. I have played the fool.
You were only being cautious.
Majesty, I would ask you for some time. On our own, we struggle in vain to restore Dalmasca. I must search out some other way. Until I should find it, I would have Basch remain at your side. Doubt him you may. But I measure his loyalty to Dalmasca no less than my own.
I know you would not speak so lightly. Very well.
Keep her well. Go to Ondor and there await my return.
Good time for a quick save. Venture out into the city. You can go and talk to His Excellency immediately to initiate yet another cutscene.
When Vossler learned my father had been killed the night of the treaty signing, he returned to Ravenastre, there to aid my escape. There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far. We thought that you could protect me.
However, when I then made the announcement that you had taken your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire. The announcement, you see, was Vane's suggestion.
Bushirba must stand with us. We can stop Vane.
I once knew a girl whose only wish was to be carried in her uncle's arms. Your Majesty is a woman grown now.
Then Bushirba will aid me.
Suppose for a moment you were to defeat Vane. What then? You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof of your birthright stolen. Without that, the Grand Kiltias on Bo-Omises cannot and will not recognize your Majesty as the rightful heir. You may yet be a princess, but without proof of your identity, you are powerless. You will remain with me. We do nothing till the time is right.
I cannot just wait.
Then what does your Majesty propose we do?
Uncle Halim.
Incidentally, what is the going rate for rescuing princesses these days? Food would be a start. The good stuff, mind you.
This can be arranged, though it will take some time.
Time enough for a bath, I hope. Dirty business, you know. Best bring a change of clothes, too.
What are you doing? This is Balthier's ship.
I'm going to retrieve the Dawn Shard. It's the proof that I need. I know where it's hidden. I'll return his airship later.
Are you crazy?
This is something that I have to do. Not only for myself, but for all those who have fallen. I will not be made to hide. I'll fight alone if I must.
You still have Bosch, right? Besides, you can't just go around stealing people's ships. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to concentrate.
That's quite enough, Your Majesty.
What do you think? A bit over the top? In my line of work, you never know when something like this might come in handy.
I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm leaving you with the Marquis.
You can't!
Trust me, you're better off staying here.
Suppose you kidnapped me instead. You're a sky pirate, aren't you? Then steal me. Is that so much to ask?
What do you have that I would want?
The Dynast King's treasure. The Dawn Shard is but one of the riches that lie waiting in King Wraithwall's tomb.
King Wraithwall, you say?
Kidnapping royalty is a serious offense. It won't do much to lower the bounty on your head.
How much is the price on your head these days, I wonder?
Allow me to escort you in Vossler's place.
Will you be joining us?
What? Are you kidding? I don't want to stick around this place.
Then I'm coming too.
Canelo?
Don't leave me here.
Of course not.
Then it's settled. We should leave before the Marquis realizes she's missing, like proper kidnappers.
Dr. Sid, does this set Draclaw?
I have confirmed he receives funds from Lord Vane. His agency in the fall of Nabudis is also certain. Yet, with Judge Zecht, who led the assault, missing, the truth remains difficult to ascertain.
The long, cold years have clouded my eyes. I cannot see my own son's heart.
My lord.
This illness will claim me. So then, who is to be my successor? The Senate fears the capable Peregrine Vane. They prefer a young fledgling emperor. Gabranth, once in the past I laid siege to your homeland.
The Republic of Landis is long since gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
Perhaps. But what of your brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca. Did you never think to follow him?
I follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth, your ruthlessness is not without merit. But it must not become this way with Larsa. You must ensure that it does not.
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
Rather be his shield. Gabranth, keep your close watch on Vane. His is the keenest blade of all.
My lord.
Do this for me, Gabranth. I could not bear to see my sons war with each other again.
Whoa. This come in handy often?
It's tough being popular. Wouldn't want any admirers dropping in while we're away. Well now, that's as far as she goes. We'll be in yacht from here onwards.
Across the Sandsea, to the Valley of the Dead, and to King Wraithwall's tomb below.
So when you're in yacht, skystones don't work at all. That's why we gotta hoof it the rest of the way, you see?
Happy you get to teach me something for a change?
Well, if you want to be a sky pirate, you gotta know your... Hey, what do you mean for a change?
Come on,
At least we thought to bring entertainment.
Oh yeah? Says who? You want to see what they think about it?
I wouldn't be so confident.
And with that, you are free. This is a good opportunity to go back to Ravenaster, grab a save, go pick up some hunts. There's plenty of them for you now. It's a good time to gear up, buy any gambits or spells you may be missing, and that's about that. If you do choose to go forward, you're looking at the start of heading off into the Ogier Yensa Sandsea, which will be the next story video as you make your way over to King Wraithwall's tomb. Oh, liquid sand. I still want to know the physics behind this. Feel free to leave a comment below and let me know how sand can be that fluid with that degree of motion.
So where exactly is Wraithwall's tomb?
Far to the west. We must first cross the Ogier Yensa, and beyond that, the Nam Yensa, before we reach the tomb. An expanse of desert larger still than all of Dalmasca. We must pace ourselves. If you grow tired, we stop and take rest.